Okay, so I was in Isaiah this morning and something stood out to me about prayer. So I was in Isaiah 37, starting at like verse 14. Hezekiah got a letter from another territory that was high-key like a threat for real. So Hezekiah took the letter, he read it, and then he went up to the house of the Lord, and then he spread it out before the Lord. Then he prayed about it. Then the Lord sent a word to Hezekiah to say, "For the Lord, the God of Israel, says this, because you have prayed to me about this, this is the word that the Lord has spoken against the thing that you've prayed about." So because Hezekiah prayed about a thing, right, God showed up and responded to his prayer on his behalf. This just speaks to the priority, like the pertinence, the importance, the magnitude of prayer. Prayer is communicating and it's communing with God. Prayer is relationship with God. Through prayer, you build intimacy with God and you learn to hear his voice. Through prayer, you can cast your burdens on the Lord because he cares for you. And that's Psalms 55:22. When you're anxious, through prayer, you can receive peace that surpasses all understanding. That's Philippians 4:6-7. Through prayer, you can receive wisdom. That's James 1:5. Through prayer, you can receive salvation. That's Romans 10:3. In prayer, you can receive the healing that you desire for your body, for your soul, for your mind, for your emotions. That's James 5:14-16. The word commands us to pray without ceasing, and that's 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. In the garden, God gave Adam dominion in the earth. When Adam sinned, he sold us into slavery. Through prayer in Jesus' name, we have power, dominion, authority restored unto us. God says in John 14, "I will do whatever you ask in my name so that the Son may bring glory to the Father. You may ask me anything in my name and I will do it." He said, you can ask me anything in my name and I will do it. Prayer is a means by which God's will and his kingdom can be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's what we saw in Hezekiah. Because Hezekiah prayed, God was able to show up and intervene and respond, and his will was able to be done on earth the way that he intended to because somebody invited him in. Prayer is a way to involve God in our lives and in the lives of others. The enemy roams around, seeking whom he may devour. He's the prince of the power of the air. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're not physical, okay? They're not flesh and blood, right? The weapons of our warfare are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Amplified says, our weapons are divinely powerful for the destruction of fortresses. That's 2 Corinthians 10:4. At the end of the day, the devil don't take no off days. The devil don't use PTO. He don't take vacation. He don't miss a beat. And if he is the prince of the power of the air, if he's roaming around consistently looking for somebody to devour, we have to pray. It is the only way that we can invite God in, invite God's power in, invite his will in, invite him to do the thing that we are not capable of doing on our own. We spend too much time trying to do stuff by ourselves. We spend too much time trying to force a situation to happen, which control and manipulation is witchcraft, right? Instead of submitting to him and letting him handle a thing, because he's intangible, because we can't reach out and touch him, we feel like it's easier to go the natural route. But the spirit realm is more real than the natural. And if you invite God in and you give him a second, you give him a chance, you give him an opportunity to show up in your situation, I guarantee you that he will show up. So if you start taking the time in the moment where you get the bad news, in the moment where somebody tries it, in the moment where you get a text message, in the moment where your manager or somebody says something sideways to you, take the moment to stop right there and invite God into that situation. Invite God into your thoughts, invite him into your emotions, into your heart, and ask God to intervene in that situation. And I promise you, you will see some results, you will see some fruit, and you will see some return.